you can reach tens of billions of people with whatever message you want.
So basically, he was able to achieve...
Not with what message you want. This is what they're seeing it just from a business perspective, but you're not going to go viral and you're not going to have that support unless you're speaking some semblance of truth. You can't just say shit and blow up. It has to resonate with people. Let's watch this new Jake Tran video. He did it. It's about Andrew Tate, of course.
Love him or hate him, Andrew Tate is an absolute genius. In the span of a few months, Andrew Tate went from practically nothing to apparently one of the most searched people on the planet.
You're broke!
Review nothing to
Yeah, thanks for the 5. See, go check out this fire debate. Put it in my Discord.
Apparently one of the most searched people on the planet. TikTok videos using his hashtag
Hey! Whoa, was that your boy?
Nothing to apparently one of the most searched people on the planet. TikTok videos using his
Biology, I can kill you with my bare hand.
Hashtag reviewed more than 14 billion times. He was everywhere all the time, in a way no other influencer has been before him.
He went from, relatively unknown to, I think, on everyone's radar within 6 months. And I mean everyone's radar.
And Andrew Tate took all this attention and turned it into $60 million in less than a year, according to our estimates. But it goes much further than just views and money. Andrew Tate now has true influence, true power over the most consequential demographic there is. Young military-age males. How much influence, you ask? Enough to get his followers to change their religion.
I think if you control the medium, you control the message. I think if you have an affiliate army that'll...
Is Jake Tran Islamophobic? Some people in the chat are saying that. I didn't hear that before. I met him. He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy.
Say whatever you want, and you can instruct them to put out whatever piece of podcast content you want, and you're getting billions of views. You control reality. I've got, a decent following on Instagram and TikTok. And, I've got this young kid who engages with me from time to time. I know he's a big Tate fan. And he's kind of been going off the rails lately, right? Getting him more into the conspiracy stuff and all that. So I've been trying to settle him down. Just, hey kid, you need to be sleeping. You need to be eating right, And he's, basically asking me for self-improvement advice because he can't do anything other than push-ups and praise Allah. And
what's wrong with that? At least that's a start. Better than most bots.
So he's converted to Islam as well with Tate.
And this is like a white American.
This is a 16-year-old, lives at home, suburb white American.
And where's he from?
In rural Ohio. Didn't know anything about the Islamic faith until he saw Tate convert a couple of weeks ago.
So basically what you're saying is Tate's influence, he's figured out this way to influence the masses so effectively.
Is it bad though? Of course he has a strong influence, but for example, I started this year off as a brokey, negative money. I'm finishing this year, I have $1 million, W. He keeps saying in his things, on his Twitter space and stuff like that, I want you to obey Tate and your life will improve. Well, Logan Paul wants to scam you. And it's been true for me since I have spoken to him and watched his videos, and I watch all his podcasts and everything like that. My life has improved greatly. I went from being godless and not knowing and being directionless and being kind of purposeless and involving myself in degenerate behavior to being way more focused, way richer, smarter. I go to the gym every single day. My life has improved. And but look, the narrative of this video is going to be dun, 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 white people are Muslim now. Dun, dun.
That
he has real power now.
Yeah, a white teenage boy in America converted to Islam.
So?
We'll do whatever he says. That's right.
That's pretty powerful.
It's extremely powerful.
Young military-age males are the ones that go to war, that start a revolution, that topple those in power. And Andrew Tate now has them in the palm of his hand. This is my good friend Rob Oliver, by the way. He's founded 7 different multi-million-dollar e-commerce brands, which made him obsessed with propaganda and the mechanics of how to influence the masses. So he really helped out with this video. I'll link to his socials below, definitely follow him. And this was no accident, by the way. No, this was a carefully thought out strategy that Andrew Tate probably put a lot of thought into that we're gonna call the Tate model. An insanely genius yet simple system where you have your die-hard fans flood the internet with clips of yourself promoting your products, and then you pay them a commission for every sale, thus creating this beautiful, profitable, self-reinforcing cycle of attention and money.
That's where the misconception I see a lot of the time from people who talk about Tate is that all the traffic came from the pyramid scheme and it's the multi-level marketing. Bro, people genuinely just like clipping this up because a lot of what he's saying is true. pretty much all of it. Same thing with me. Like when I had this giant blow up on TikTok before the big tech came for me, I didn't even have the Creativity Kit affiliate link yet. It was all just genuine people fucking with me, like blowing up their TikTok accounts. The same thing goes for every single stream. You can clip it up. I post all the streams here, leave it up for a day, and then I put them up on locals. You can join in the top right corner. People are not clipping it up to get affiliate marketing. A lot of people just genuinely fuck with it, like TikTok clout, want to grow an account, or just like the message and want it to be spread.
Mixed reviews on the color. Some people said they like it, some people said they don't like it, and I said, well, what color is your bouquet?
Andrew Tate has forever changed the game of business, marketing, influencers, and propaganda forever.
I'll take it one further than business marketing. I mean, I think he fundamentally shook the fabric of like all of organized society.
Even super PG influencers like Mr. Beast are taking a page out of his playbook.
Ready? It's the clip where he's like, oh, I just feel like I'm going to go on a ton of podcasts and clip it up.
I just want to do more podcasts because a lot of people re-upload them on TikTok and stuff.
Sure. I know what I'm talking about.
Like that. So it's like, even if this hypothetically got, we'll just say 1 million views, it could get hundreds of millions of views on TikTok if we just say some cool shit. It's a great time to do a bunch.
Tate kind of like started that too, right?
Yeah, I would call it the Tate model.
And in this video, we're gonna put aside all the drama and we're gonna break down the Andrew Tate model step by step in all its glory for you to replicate if you so choose. My name is Jake Tran, stay dangerous, subscribe for more, and let's get into it.
Stay dangerous. Pussy.
And by the way, Rob just launched a new brand called
Alpha Grind. Guys, I cannot recommend this stuff enough. I woke up with like 5 hours of sleep today. What this is, man, stop taking trying. You're good to go.
Before he became the most controversial guy on the internet, Andrew Tate was a legit 4-time world champion kickboxer. And
I'm a 4-time kickboxing world champion.
While he was still fighting, he started building a little audience on Twitter.
I mean, he had been on the internet for a long time. So it wasn't like he had just, just started on the internet and all of a sudden took over. He originally was on Twitter, kind of in that whole manosphere. So, dating, masculinity, the whole red pill movement. That was his thing. And then he was largely attached to Trump. And so he was kind of just an aggressive troll on Twitter and built a pretty hardcore following, some really good connections with kind of the OG Twitter audience.
And what time period was this? Was this during like his kickboxing phase, or was it after? Or
yeah, it's my understanding he was on Twitter like very early on, as early as like 2014.
But it wasn't really going anywhere, so he tried something else to get more fame: reality TV. In 2016, he went on a reality show called Big Brother and proceeded to get kicked off 6 days later after a video surfaced of him hitting a woman with a belt. Tate and the woman said
WL.
that was consensual, but it didn't matter. He was out. But what seemed like a setback in the moment made Tate realize something that would forever change the course of his life. Doing super controversial things makes you go viral super fast. A simple but very profound truth. So he leaned into it. His tweets got more controversial, he started gaining a little bit more traction. On the side, he set up a webcam business that made him his first millions. But the growth was just not fast enough. And it was around this time that TikTok started blowing up. And it was a game changer.
A lot of people don't know that Andrew was on YouTube for years and years and years, and it wasn't really picking up. The COVID and TikTok combined, everybody staying inside of being brainwashed and him being pretty much the only person who was anti-mask in that time. Bro, we were all bots. We all put on a mask. I did in the first couple months. I even Cloroxed my fucking Uber Eats. I was getting, my girlfriend at the time was like, I was doing that. But the rise of TikTok and COVID.
All of a sudden, literally anyone could go viral and become famous on a scale never seen before, while posting low production quality videos that didn't take a lot of effort to make. And that's when Tate noticed something interesting.
W Fresh and Fit.
Not only did controversial content go even more viral on TikTok compared to any other platform, but he also noticed a weird pattern where the very first TikTok you post on a new account always seemed to go viral. Maybe you've noticed this too. It's happened to a bunch of people we know where the very first TikTok they post is not very good, but without fail, the first one always seems to go viral. Why? Probably to get people addicted to making TikToks. And the executives at TikTok don't know what the masses are gonna enjoy, so why not? It costs TikTok practically nothing to give everyone a shot to see what viewers like the most, so that got Tate thinking. If new accounts get rewarded on TikTok and controversial content spreads even faster on there, if he could get an army of people to post clips of him saying the most controversial, outlandish stuff, all on new TikTok accounts, he would have the potential to go viral like no one ever has before. The problem was, even if you're a diehard Andrew Tate fan, why would you waste hours of your life finding clips of him adding captions on the screen, posting them on TikTok in perpetuity, unless you had some kind of incentive?
The incentive, I don't think it was as much about the affiliate link as people make it out to be, for real.
And it was right then and there that Andrew Tate realized what he needed to do. He needed to provide his fans some kind of incentive to post as many controversial clips as possible. And what better incentive than a monetary incentive? Enter Hustlers University. In 2021, Andrew Tate launched Hustlers University. At first, it was just a course on how to make money, dating tips, and advice on how to escape the matrix. But then in late 2021, the program underwent a pretty big change and relaunch as Hustlers University 2.0. Overall, the aesthetic and production quality of Hustlers University leaves a little bit to be desired, but if you're a teenage boy that doesn't know anything about making money, the education was actually pretty decent. Definitely better than nothing. And here's how it works. For $49 a month, you got to choose to learn one of 7 different ways to make money online, from crypto to freelancing to copywriting to dropshipping and more. Whatever pathway you chose, you would get access to all sorts of lessons from Tate's handpicked professors. And it was all hosted in a Discord server, where you and the community of students could discuss how to stop being a wage slave brokey.
You broke!
And how to become a financially free top G.
I'm the only real G.
And guess what one of those money-making pathways you could choose from was? A little section called affiliate.
Yo, thank you for the 100, Core. You say everyone is the same in chat. No, that is not the case. I'm the 1% in my age group and went to Omegle to debate you, but we didn't run into each other. I disagree with your takes. Hashtag Mr. Old Sneeko. Oh. Okay, well, thanks for the $100.
Affiliate marketing. It was pure genius. If you were a student that chose this path, you would learn all about affiliate marketing, how to market other people's products and get paid a commission for every sale you got. Now you may be thinking, but that's great and all, Mr. Top G, but what product should I affiliate market first? Well, you're in luck, young student, because we have the perfect product for you to market. Hustlers University, where you're gonna get paid a fat $25 commission per sign-up, or 50% of the first month of the new sign-up subscription. And no, you don't get any money if your sign up other people, so it's not an MLM. Oh what, you still don't know where to start? You don't know how to market the course? That's okay, because here's a Google Drive containing all the podcasts and clips of every controversial thing I've said on camera, all organized out for you. Here are specific instructions on how to edit these clips into TikToks, and how to add captions by using a free online video editor from canva.com. Here are instructions on how to create a Tate TikTok fan page. Here's a template to create a high-converting landing page with a bunch of screenshots of students making money from Hustlers University, with your own affiliate link attached, all using a free landing page tool called beacons.ai. Oh, you don't have screenshots of other students making money? Fear not, just head over to the HDU Wins channel in Discord, where all the students post screenshots of their wins. In fact, here's everything a 15-year-old boy with no social media experience would need to have to create a viral Andrew Tate fan page on TikTok by intentionally posting the most controversial clips of me as possible. And with this genius affiliate program in place, once Andrew Tate got a few good affiliates working for him, that is when he blew up. Tate specifically taught his affiliates that attracting controversy was the quote key to success, end quotes, and that they should be aiming for 60% fans and 40% haters because quote, you want arguments, you want war.
You want discourse because engagement on social media makes the video go more viral.
End quotes. Basically, you want to post the most outlandish clips out of context to drive up engagement and create a war in the comment section.
Which was also the downfall, which also led to the cancellation.
The worst thing women do is they flex. Now that I'm rich, now that I'm top G, king of the world.
What made Tate's affiliate content and direction so effective was he didn't just hand them, like this general blueprint and say, remake all my content. It was no, take the piece of the content where I slap and tell her to shut right, and start with that, lead with that. It'll get someone to stop scrolling. And so they were
stop scrolling, start monetizing, creativity kit.
Very intentional on finding the most inflammatory.
I mean, it's better to clip something up and grow up a TikTok account with viral clips rather than just scroll all day. Another 100 Chia dog, all Gucci. Core 3, you want to debate? Let's go, bro. Bro, War Corey, you say you missed the old Sneeko, but yo, hey, thanks, bro.
Aggressive material because it's what works.
Merry Christmas, dog.
Once the affiliates posted their clips, the TikTok algorithm would do what it does best.
There was a lot of old stuff on his YouTube that I believe got it off the ground. And so I know they repurposed a lot of that. I'm sure he had a lot of his actual team, cranking out content, repurposing it on TikTok, taking these swings at that.
How instrumental was like TikTok?
It was everything. You couldn't have done this otherwise. Like TikTok is this equalizer that has fundamentally changed all social media for everyone. And no one appreciates it yet, but it is. We've all been conditioned on, Instagram and Twitter, like all the historic platforms to think our follower count is what matters, right? The more followers, the more important we are. And TikTok's really the opposite. Like they want as many people on there creating content and using the platform. And so they reward early accounts. That's what Tate realized. He said, screw what was, let's adapt to what is. And I think that's where the genius came to be. He never even made an account for the first year.
And from there, the money started rolling in for both.
Chad, who in here even has TikTok? Do you even have the app? Do you even have it downloaded? I'm gonna say it again. My biggest mistake in this shit was downloading or was making a Twitch account after my YouTube ban.
Tate and his affiliates. The best affiliates would start raking in some insane money. One affiliate earned $11,000 in just 1 week. For just having an Andrew Tate fan page, it was insane. And we're pretty sure that there were affiliates that made much more than that.
Some of them made stupid money. Like there was one kid who was pulling in like $40,000 or $50,000 a month.
And once this snowball started gaining momentum, Tate just reinvested into the flywheel. He started jumping on more and more podcasts.
Why are we not equal? I'll tell you why we're not equal. Biologically, we're not equal.
From Fresh and Fit to Full Send.
For the longest period of human history, men had more than one woman.
He would go on and say the most outrageous stuff possible to give his army of affiliates more ammo to play with. He would reinvest the money into more Bugattis and stuff to show off in
I've got a Bugatti.
more videos. And by June 2022, Hustlers University ballooned to over 55,000 students.
Bruh.
That's 2.7 million a month. A month later, Tate had around 80,000 students or $3.9 million. By August, over 160,000 students or $8.1 million in a month. At that time, Andrew Tate didn't even have an official TikTok account, but videos using hashtag Andrew Tate have been viewed more than 10 billion times. And then boom, in the blink of an eye, Andrew Tate was canceled and banned on all platforms.
I got a strike on YouTube, which prevented me from posting. The next day, Meta took me down, deleted my Facebook and my Instagram. The press came out at exactly the same time in sync, saying that I'm a misogynistic, dangerous person, that I'm harmful, that I am the reason that the world is not a perfect place, world hunger, you name it, all my fault. A few hours before the YouTube strike expires, guess what happened? They banned me from YouTube. Then they banned me from Discord. Then they banned me from Airbnb. They banned me from Stripe. I can't even remember. It was just emails coming in faster than you could believe. Ban.
The following month, there was a big dip in students in Hustlers University, but just a month later in October 2022, Hustlers University was bigger than ever at 220,000 students.
Bomboka!
That's $11 million in a month, even with him getting canceled. Andrew Tate has made history, and he's ushered in a new era of propaganda.
I went to this party.
Wait, why are you saying propaganda though?
My friend has a jet. I was in this Lambo. Da 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 da. And you're just like, shut up. There's nothing less attractive.
Propaganda was originally a term coined by Edward Bernays. You can think of it as public relations today. Like he was writing the book on modern corporation public relations, and propaganda was the word he used. And it was basically a way to subtly influence the masses to do what you think is best for society. Edward Bernays had an ethical code, like he helped influence smoking, for women. And then he found out smoking was bad and, helped disband that whole messaging. But to him, it was a way to influence society in a nonviolent, collaborative way, in an effective way. And that all changed after World War II. It got a negative connotation, and it was just rebranded as public relations. And so up until recently, really, social media has started to change it across the board, before TikTok even, like, Twitter, fake news on Facebook, et cetera, et cetera. But the means of propaganda.
Chat, can you shut the fuck up? Can we watch a video? I have the only stream where people are beefing in the chat during the stream. Like, have you ever seen another stream where there's just people having debates? Rumble's different, man.
It was just controlling the message, right? The medium is the message. That was a Marshall McLuhan, term way back in the day. But basically, if you had enough money or you had control of the institutional systems, you could cultivate whatever narrative you want. And whether that meant getting a doctor, on the radio telling everyone that, bacon is a good breakfast food, or if it meant,
Yeah, shout out to Luke Belmar.
Putting ads out that women smoking made them sexy. Like, that was traditional propaganda. And
it was
that all
restricted.
changed.
It was restricted.
Can you imagine how much money could be made if a Tate cigar was released? I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet. A cigar NFT.
The two, like, people with a lot of money, big corporations.
You needed serious resources. Before social media, you needed serious resources. Like, you were running national ads. At first it was print ads, then it moved to TV, and so the only people that could play in those games were usually multinational corporations. And that's how it worked. And I don't view propaganda as a bad thing per se. I see it as a way of influencing people's behavior. And you look at all the young men now, all of a sudden, that because of his propaganda, like, they're waking up. Like, they're trying to take control of their lives. They're trying to work out. They're not afraid to talk to women. Like, it's a fundamental attack of what historically was going on from like a global perspective. One guy with an iPhone can reach billions of people with whatever message they want.
And like, that was already a thing. Like, the average person can like now reach more people, but Tate basically took that and just like amplified it by like 1,000x.
Tate exploited TikTok to 1,000x because social media was the first great equalizer, right? Like, Instagram and all of that was like the first. It's like, oh, we can use influencers now to push our message. And then that kind of consolidated and it became who has the most money, but still, kind of a traditional game. And then TikTok and Tate just busted it wide open. You can reach tens of billions of people with whatever message you want.
So basically, he was able to achieve...
Not with what message you want. This is what they're seeing it just from a business perspective, but you're not going to go viral and you're not going to have that support unless you're speaking some semblance of truth. You can't just say shit and blow up. It has to resonate with people.
The same thing...
that multinational corporations spend billions of dollars to achieve more effectively, because they spend that money and their message still falls apart sometimes. And again, now he's got kids converting to Islam and thinking Dubai is the greatest place in the earth.
Dubai is the greatest. I haven't even been there, bro. What am I talking about? Am I part of the propaganda? Well, I am going next month. Surely the people don't think they be heard otherwise, so it gets crazy with unregulated platforms. Exactly. But it's not just Tate that's saying Dubai is the best place. It's pretty much one of the last utopias. It's a tax haven. Anybody who's making money, anybody who makes serious money has some residency in Dubai. They know it's the future. I'm telling you, anybody. Play.
Basically, if you want power, you have to sway the masses. Traditionally, to sway the masses, you relied on giant TV ad campaigns, newspapers, things that, are part of like the quote unquote matrix, like Tate talks about. Things that cost like hundreds of millions of dollars. But now you can achieve,
or you sell your soul, right? Like, yeah.
Yeah, but now you can achieve the same thing. You can sway the masses with whatever beliefs you want, just through this model of the Tate model.
That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right.
Who else is going to do that though? Who else could speak fast enough? Who else could generate enough TikTokable material on a podcast? You have to be speaking the truth. Bro, then you do it. If it's the Tate model, anybody can replicate it, then you do it.
He achieved in a year what took Drake a decade.
Yo, thank you for the 100, Johnny. Seeko, do you have any tips on growing my channel on Rumble? I have a bunch of vids, but no growth. It's called Discovering Commercial Real Estate Podcast. I mean, probably use the Tate model. It's like, if you are actually entertaining, funny, different, interesting, then get clips up of your podcast, get them up on different platforms, and make sure that people know where you stream. But also, you should cross-stream. If you're not banned on the mainstream platforms, then you should be trying to funnel people onto Rumble through Twitch and YouTube and all these other places. Luckily, I had an audience before I got banned, and so I'm able to survive on Rumble. But it's not that easy for everybody. But thanks a lot for the $100.
What are my overall thoughts on Andrew Tate? Look, I think he accelerated what needed to be accelerated. I think he was a net.
What the? Core, thank you for another 100. W Chad. Warcore, fuck it, let's debate. Wag it.
Positive for like so many young men in this world who have been kind of cast aside and that no one talks about. He basically found this whole audience of like the people no one cares about. and he empowered them. And if we want a better tomorrow, if we want a better future, if we want, you know, a pro-capitalistic, entrepreneurial, innovative society, you need engaged and excited young men. And so I'll never say anything bad about him because I think he woke up an entire generation.
Okay, good. So it's not propaganda. It's uplifting. It's empowering. That's good.
And that, you know, they're spending less times on their phones. They're taking responsibility for their life. So I don't have anything bad to say. I think he should be back on the internet.
And now you're already starting to see other influencers model his system. And for your convenience, here's a step-by-step guide as to how.
If I'm Morpheus, you can be Neo.
First, you need a product. Tate went with the tried and true online course teaching people how to make money, but it doesn't have to be that. It can be almost anything. I'm sure if Mr. Beast really wanted to, he could do this with his chocolate bars. Do you think it has to be specifically a course on how to make money?
Oh, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm doing something very interesting. So follow me for more. And if you want to make money, young kids, but no, it translates to anything.
Let's say Mr. Beast wanted to implement this. Realistically, he could do it by just offering like affiliate commission on his chocolate bars.
Yeah, for sure.
You just need something that will sell, and therefore something you can offer an affiliate program for. Then you just need some ammo for your affiliates to play with. Hosting or getting on podcasts is the most efficient way to do this. Obviously, the more controversial stuff you say, the better, but it doesn't have to be that controversial to work.
It has to work on the platform. So it has to, like what it has to do is it has to get people to stop scrolling, and it has to
stop scrolling, start monetizing. The Creativity Kit teaches that, bro. That's my fucking motto. Give me credit, bro.
Get people to care enough to engage. Like those are the two criteria it has to check.
Just look at how Joe Rogan and Mr. Beast have a bunch of people making clips of them, even though they don't say anything too controversial, and they don't even have an affiliate program either. They just have super diehard fans that want to build an audience off of their fame. And now that you have your product, the affiliate program, and the content, now it's time to create step-by-step instructions for your affiliates to follow. The easier you make the instructions, the more resources you give them, the more successful affiliates you're gonna have.
That was like a good offer. They had a viable path to making money. You had kids who probably never made a dime, who worship all the internet gurus, who all of a sudden could be making, I mean, what, $200 a month is like, you know, great to them. And so there was the right market and the right incentive. What I'm pretty sure of is you have to be willing to take the time and put the system together to educate people in relative detail, especially now as it's getting harder. Like, cause I've tried some very like half-assed stuff, and I forget how, you know, no disrespect to Gen Z, but the average 16-year-old is not smart enough to like think through it all.
Was Discord super important in this whole scheme?
Yeah, Discord was home base, right? And that's where this younger generation lives. And so it was the right place to host them. You couldn't have done this in a Facebook group. The way Discord was organized, it worked on that younger generation.
And then boom, if you do it right, the money and attention will start exponentially growing on its own. Or if you don't want to set any of this up yourself, and you're just looking for an affiliate program like this that you can promote, with all the resources and step-by-step instructions that we just talked about, I'm launching my own course with my own affiliate program just like this. But the commission is gonna be way higher than Hustlers University. $100 per sign-up instead of $25. And in my humble opinion, I think my course is way more unique and better than Hustlers University in a different way. No offense to Andrew, with 20 plus lessons all narrated by me in the same documentary style you've come to love. And to kick off this launch and for the holidays, use code Tate for 20% off, expires at the end of the year.
What the fuck?
We're probably not going to do a sale this big again for a while, so use it while you can.
What the fuck?
Yeah, click the link below to sign up to be an affiliate now. What, you thought I just did all this research just for your convenience? This is for my education too. And now we
look at, he even took the leather jacket!
all get the benefits. See, after researching all the videos on this channel about how the world really works, I saw a very startling pattern. All the wealthiest countries in the world, all the wealthiest corporations in the world, all the richest people in the world, they produce nothing. The West doesn't produce anything. The West doesn't do any of the hard labor. Apple doesn't manufacture the iPhone.
Hey, thanks, Big Zeus for the 50. Merry Christmas, Seagull. Been really enjoying your live streams. Let me know if you ever want to come to Alaska. Also, W Creativity Kit. Anybody who's wondering about the Creativity Kit, look, Big Zeus just paid a month membership just to say W Creativity Kit. Click the link in the description, man. I'm revamping everything. I'm adding a whole new course of videos. And if you want to talk to me directly, I do 3 calls a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 4 p.m. We have great network in there. People are making serious money in there. I've got a lot of people jobs directly.
No, Asia, Africa, Latin America do all the hard labor for us. And yet for some reason, the West has all the wealth, all the power, while the majority of Asia, Africa, and Latin America have been stuck in poverty. It seems like it's almost by design that they've stayed poor. And that's when it clicked. The most powerful people and institutions today have all the wealth not because they do all the work. Only suckers do the hard work. No, they have all the power because they figured out how to enslave the rest of the world to do the work for them. And I'm not talking about traditional slavery with whips and chains. I'm talking about the most sophisticated form of slavery the world has ever seen. Financial slavery. See, the world has always ran on slavery. Just ask the Roman Empire. But back then, you needed an entire standing army to go out and conquer a territory to enslave its people to use as your cheap labor force. But today, you can enslave entire populations with loans, sovereign debts, and a smile on your face. See, it's no longer physical warfare, but financial warfare. Instead of capturing a city-state and enslaving its people, you simply open up sweatshops for pennies on the dollar. You open up factories with suicide nets to prevent your workers from killing themselves.
Slaves.
Today is no longer called slavery, that has a bad ring to it. It's called inconspicuous names like globalization or offshoring. But it's slavery all the same. And up until recently, this modern day
No, he's awake. He's a cool guy.
Form of slavery used to be only reserved to the most powerful nations and corporations. But thanks to the internet, you can take advantage of the same exact power. And I expose all of this in my new program called Financial Warfare Masterclass. With 20 plus lessons all narrated by me in the same documentary style you've all come to love. Use code Tate for 20% off, it expires at the end of the year. They're super addicting to watch, super binge-worthy. You'll learn what the world has been hiding from you all along, and we'll go over exactly how you can implement this stuff to make more money, even if you're an employee right now or don't even have a job. And yes, there's an affiliate program, where as of right now, you get $100 per sign-up instead of $25. There's a 14-day refund policy too, so scroll down and click the link below to buy it now.
Good video.
That's it. Your job?